Basic citizen income, also known as universal basic income, is a concept that has been gaining momentum in recent years. It is a system of social welfare in which all citizens of a country receive a periodic cash payment, unconditionally, regardless of their income level or employment status. The idea is that everyone should have access to a basic standard of living, and that a guaranteed income can help to achieve this. Background: the concept of basic citizen income is not new. It has been around for centuries and has been discussed by philosophers and economists such as Thomas More, Thomas Paine, and Milton Friedman. However, it has only recently gained traction as a viable solution to the problems of poverty and inequality in modern society. The idea of a basic citizen income is based on the belief that everyone has a right to a basic standard of living, regardless of their income or social status. It is intended to provide a safety net for those who are unable to find work, or whose wages are too low to support themselves and their families. It is also intended to provide a measure of economic stability, as it would help to mitigate the effects of economic downturns and other crises. Arguments in favor of basic citizen income. Advocates of basic citizen income argue that it would help to alleviate poverty and inequality, as well as promote economic growth and stability. They argue that it would provide a basic standard of living for all citizens, regardless of their income or employment status, and would help to reduce the stigma associated with receiving welfare benefits. Proponents also argue that basic citizen income would be a more efficient and cost-effective way to provide social welfare than the current system of means-tested benefits. They argue that the current system is complex and bureaucratic, and that it creates disincentives to work and save. By contrast, a basic citizen income would be simple and transparent, and would provide a strong incentive for people to work and contribute to the economy. Arguments against basic citizen income. Critics of basic citizen income argue that it would be prohibitively expensive and would create a disincentive to work. They argue that people would be less motivated to seek employment if they knew they would receive a guaranteed income, and that this would lead to a decline in productivity and economic growth. Critics also argue that a basic citizen income would be unfair to taxpayers, who would be required to fund the program. They argue that it would create a moral hazard, as people would be more likely to engage in risky or irresponsible behavior if they knew they would receive a guaranteed income. Conclusion: the debate over basic citizen income is complex and multifaceted, with strong arguments on both sides. Supporters of the program argue that it would help to alleviate poverty and inequality, promote economic growth and stability, and provide a more efficient and cost-effective system of social welfare. Critics argue that it would be prohibitively expensive, create a disincentive to work, and be unfair to taxpayers. Ultimately, the success of a basic citizen income program would depend on the specific design and implementation of the program. While there are many potential benefits to such a program, it would be important to carefully consider the potential costs and unintended consequences before implementing it on a large scale.